Okay, we're back with Yoshi's Crafted World again. And you know what? I'm free. I am free from having to collect everything in these levels in what is honestly one of the worst designed pieces of garbage I've ever seen. But enough about that. I don't like to be excessively negative when playing games, especially if I'm, recording. That's just not how I roll. And the last 15 hours of gameplay, I've gotten progressively less positive about the aspects of this game. Which is also why I don't recommend anyone to bother watching any part of those videos, because not only that, but they're also edited in a way that doesn't lend itself for a very good viewing experience. The reason I still made those is because my completionism demands that I do so. I can't just be like, nah, I'm just gonna skip all that. So it's an unwatchable mess of a negativity, and that's fine. Just don't watch them. It's also a complete waste of time for me to say it at this point, because by now, if you were to watch them, you probably already did. And you probably would have left this channel and never come back. So now that even less people are interested in watching this video, let's start doing the boss challenges, which are at least something slightly neat. Okay, so we're gonna do the bosses first, again. So, I need to beat this within the time limit, and without damage, obviously. And attach a magnet when the boss's face is... burps. When the boss's face is red. Okay. Seems doable to me. Like, no part of that sounds particularly bad. So, is its face red enough right now? Oh, that was red, I guess. Oh, right. That be what it do. I don't remember this boss very well. Like, I remember the general gist of it, but I don't remember the specifics of the mechanics here. Oh, I see. Its face is red when it's up there. Okay, let's just go ahead and retry. One thing I hope doesn't happen is when you beat Bowser Jr. in the final fight, I hope that the fight doesn't force credits on you. At least not, unskippable ones. That would be kind of tedious. But okay, so now I know what I'm aiming for. I need to magnet it while it's flying, which is actually pretty neat. So... now? Yes? Good. Nailed the hard part. I assume it's the hard part. Probably should have gotten myself some eggs. Thinking about it. Considering that if I had eggs, I could have picked those up more safely. Alright, and now I just mostly need to care about beating the final hit fast enough. Luckily the rats don't deal damage. Nice. Also, my time was 1:25. What was the time limit? 1:35? Because that's actually pretty tight. Like, obviously, I sped it up by doing the trick. No! Oh dear. That's one hell of a time limit. Oh shit, there's actual difficulty in this game that's not based on annoying collection shenanigans, which isn't difficulty, that's tedious and annoying. But enough about that. We're not doing that. Okay, so okay, well that was already slower. Okay, so I'm completely fine with this. Wonder if there's some way to speed this up further then. Like if I had an egg, could I make him stop this attack prematurely? The main thing, I guess, is that I could try to get the mouses faster. I think that's probably the main manner of speeding this up. Which basically means I need to know where the rats pop up. And probably I need to get that on the first pass. I didn't get it at all. Ooh, this is slightly rough actually. So I'm not super concerned about like trying to condense all the remaining content in this game into one video. I am going to record until I have everything done basically, before I start editing it. So it very well could be that the remaining hard levels and this boss rush content is just one video. And it might be just a longer one with that. But I'm not going to stress out like, oh no, I need to edit every last second of extra content out of this. Nice. Okay, that should help. I'm trying to remember the other bosses. The bosses are honestly not the most memorable part of this game, so I've got nothing basically. I don't need to care about damage. That's a good thing. Yes, perfection. That was pretty much as close to perfect as you could reasonably expect someone to get. Like obviously you could shave a few seconds off here and there, but that's pretty close to optimal. And that was only 5 seconds. Yeah, I hope the other ones are equally tight. I can't say I'm a super huge fan of the bosses in general, since they're the standard wait until you can hit them style boss, which Nintendo loves to do nowadays. But if they're going to do that, they might as well go all the way and make it actually difficult. Alright, so time limit of 1:23, no damage, and break 2 or more IVs. I'm not 100% sure what these IVs are in the context of this fight right now, so we'll see. Oh, that wasn't something I could lick. Well, I've already taken damage. That's also not an IV. So, my first set of operation is to figure out... Oh, right, I remember now, you're supposed to drop some spike balls on it. Good. Immediately took damage. I think I did that the first time through as well. And because of that I didn't get full health on this one, but apparently that doesn't even matter. Now that I think about it. Because it doesn't seem like the game actually gives you anything if you finish a level with full health. Are these IVs? I think these are IVs. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna prioritize getting that out of the way first. Not like it'll be particularly difficult. And after that, I can focus on trying to do this fast enough. Wow. If that was the only shot I made, that would have been pretty sick, honestly. Alright, this is like free to dodge. You just do endless floats. Free to dodge. I could dodge it even harder if I flew into the sky. So I could have killed this thing right now, if not for the fact that I didn't have any eggs. And it's not gonna give me any eggs right now, so... yeah. Okay, that's good to keep in mind. I need to preserve some of my eggs. But I wanted to actually finish the fight, so I can get the Ivy one out of the way, because that kind of goes against getting the time limit because of the tight count on the eggs I have allotted. You could definitely do it regardless, but also it kind of goes against not taking any damage, because it might be hard to hit. It might be hard to hit the IVs without taking damage, because I basically have to fly. Alright, so the beginning gives me 3 eggs. I wonder how tightly I can optimize that, since obviously I can aim. I can easily aim at where the things are going to pop up just by, you know, throwing an egg there. So I wonder how easy it is to do. That being said, time to load up on some eggs. I wonder if there's like a luck element to this. Like, obviously I screwed that one up. And that one, which honestly means I need to reset. Like, he was coming towards the screen there, and there was a spike basically directly above him. But is that gonna be there every time? The first time it's always there, it looks like. But I'm not sure about the second one. If they're randomly distributed, this would be a luck-based fight. If it's always there, then there's no issue, obviously. So I will keep my eyes open for such a possibility. But also, it's good to know that once he throws out those, I can just chill. And that's the second hit. Alright. I can already tell that the time limit is gonna be really tight. But luckily this time I have like four eggs in store for this. And the fight ends immediately as I get the final hit on him, so... So, like that. Okay, so was the time limit actually 125 again? Because, goddamn, there's no leeway there. Again, basically optimal movement. Or rather, that wasn't optimal movement, but... Oh! Oh no, turns out I'm bad at this game. Wow. I think it might just be actual optimization. Unless you can shoot these. You can. Oh. Okay, let me retry that. Because I wasted an egg and I also wasted time there. But if I can remove that part somewhat, that would be pretty decent. You could also make more eggs. Or, well, you couldn't make more eggs, but you could replace eggs by breaking some of the Shy Guy ones. At nice timings, I guess. I timed that poorly. I need to time that so that it just barely drops me the final Shy Guy. I think that's what I want to do. Because obviously I need a Shy Guy for that. Is one gonna be enough though? I'm not actually sure if that's gonna... No, it should be. Because I don't need any more of them for the final phase. I need one, actually. So I want to break one of them immediately. Oh, he just goes for the kill. Wait, I somehow... Okay, so you need to only break one Ivy, and it works out. Okay, so I think I was wrong. The time limits on these might not be as tight as I thought. Rather, they're made... At least not for this one. I think the idea here is that it's made just barely impossible without finding out that destroying an Ivy speeds the fight up. Because I'm not sure if it's doable if you don't speed that up. But if you do, it becomes really easy. Like the time limit wasn't tight at all. And it's a very specific number, 123. And me having a decently optimized run was still over 124. It might just barely be doable, but I feel like that's the intended strategy. Which, credit to them, that's cool. Strategies to speed up fights are especially cool when they're these annoying kind of fights where you have to just basically wait. Having ways to speed those up, even if they're difficult, cool stuff. That's kind of... hold on. I'm gonna finish my thought, but... throw Bumpty at the boss's back and make him fall. Highly specific. Bumpies are the penguins, right? So you can't make those into eggs. So that might be another speeding tool. So yeah. It's kind of like a Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Where... Okay, I feel like this is not it. That did nothing. Okay, I think... Oh, I see. Okay. So, when he's like... almost falling, I want to throw it at him. There we go. Okay, that's done. Now we can focus on finding a speed strat, which that might still be a part of, just not yet. Well, that went well. So yeah, Tropical Freeze had the first boss. If I had a Bumpy in my mouth there, I might be able to speed that up. But I feel like it's faster to just do it like that. Curious. But yeah, the first boss, and some of the others, but specifically the first boss since that's easy, it has a way to speed it up by a decent bit, and otherwise it's just kind of slow and annoying. Again, if I had a Bumpy in my mouth, I could speed that up. Okay, well that ring kinda ruined everything. Wonder if there's a way to get that. Do I get to at least keep the achievement from... No, I need to actually beat him. Alright. Okay, let's see what I can come up with here. Nab one Bumpy. Throw at him. Nab another Bumpy. Okay. That's the strategy we're going with. I want to nab a second Bumpy before I hit him. Which is a bit tricky, but shouldn't be too bad as long as I do it competently fast. There. And that's one hit. I assume I don't have to have full health. I just have to have... You know... not take damage. There we go. Yeah. That's definitely it. That speeds it up quite a bit. Yeah. That's okay. So basically, the extra requirements might be hints to how to speed up a fight. I think the last phase of this doesn't really give you a way to speed it up. Really. So... Oh my god, really? So yeah, I definitely would have had that, and without that I don't think I could have had that. But you can't make that mistake. During that, you could hit him as well. Okay, so even with that mistake, I only failed by like 10 seconds. So I don't think it's gonna matter. But I wonder if there was a way... Like it might be even better to do it on the third hit. Since it doesn't give you the perfect opportunity to attack him immediately. I don't think it's gonna be necessary, so I'm probably not gonna go for it, since I know the second hit works out just fine, but... Yeah, no. I mean, doing it like this is extremely easy, so... Shouldn't have to care about that anyways. I also like how unneeded it is for me to do it like that to save time. Alright, so here he comes. Here he goes. And there he falls. And there... Okay. Well, I should be fine just floating in this one spot. Now, unfortunately, I do need to... Okay, so float far enough away Alright, so the main problem is that he starts using penguin rings. It's not much of a problem, but you could say that it's a problem. And just like that, I still had a good 10 seconds to spare. So, definitely... I think it would have taken about 10 seconds for him to do it, give you another chance in the second phase. So, skipping one of those phases is pretty much needed. Again, not sure how tight it is. Like, it might be possible to do it without that, but I don't know. Anyways, that's 3 out of the way. Next up is Gator Train. Break 2 or more alarms. Not sure what that is right now, but it sounds like something I can use to speed this fight up. Though it's worth noting that with the IV one, if you break 2 IVs, you can't actually do it fast, I think. I'm pretty sure that would be the case. Well, that's already a good start. So what are these alarms? It's not like his eyes or anything. There was some kind of a target there. I'm not entirely sure what. Oh, those. And it seems like that does, again, speed the fight up by making the phase basically skip itself. Good info. And you can speed it up by getting a hit in the mouth before he attacks. You basically don't have the time to react though, so you have to know when to do the attack basically. That's fine. And this phase gives you even more eggs. Okay, well, you can't seemingly skip this one. Not even by that. Wow, I actually died trying to do it faster. Okay, fair enough. So what was the time limit? About 1:30 again? 1:35. Cool. Okay. So I think I have the strat down now. Just need to be conservative with my eggs, basically. So it takes 2 more eggs for me to remove the alarms quickly. And then a 3rd egg on him. You know, as long as you don't waste the eggs on his bait. That's a pun, isn't it? Since he baits his bites on the later runs. Also, actually hitting would be helpful. So you can definitely see that at this point of the game, there's a bit more to the execution of stuff. Like, you can miss him pretty decently easily there. Huh. So it's... I thought he followed you there on which cards to destroy. Turns out no. He don't. Wonder if you could speed that up by killing the shy guys. Not that you'd want to, but... Okay, so bait. Then real deal. Get hit in. Acquire every egg. Okay, so final phase. I kind of forgot what he does. Right, annoying stuff. Potentially unskippable pencils. During which he's gonna start baiting. And you need to actually nail that last hit if you want to finish in time with this strategy. Again, that makes me wonder if I'm missing something or if it's actually supposed to be that tight. But I feel like it's just supposed to be that tight. You're already using a trick to speed it up, so why not? That's tricky. The last hit is by far the hardest one to get. So it is definitely a bit tricksy to actually nail down. The second phase is fine. The third phase forces you to be there to do the thing, like ahead of time. You could get it during the bait, but the timing is really tight, and I don't think it's needed. So I've maxed out my eggs there. It just leaves me with this phase. So I don't think I even need to care about that one. Not sure how to approach this one. Like that, I guess. It also wasn't quite as tight as I expected. But yeah, by the time he attacks, I think it's just about a 35-second mark. So if you don't get it, you might actually miss it if you didn't nail the previous phases fast enough. And you definitely do need to remove the alarms there for that to work at all. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. And one more. Now this one might be a bit tricksy. Obviously it's longer than any other. Strike the big meteorite with a hammer. I might have done that. But yeah, this is gonna be slightly annoying since it's obviously a lot longer and it's a two-phase fight and the second phase doesn't do much, I guess. Okay, so first I need to actually kind of learn what we're dealing with here. Somehow I ended up on top of the car there. I wondered if that's relevant to our strategy somehow. Oh, one egg wasn't enough to break that. Okay, I think for the first phase you need to get 5 eggs. I missed the last one, so not much I could do there. I have to wonder, you can't ground pound the car. Well, you can, but it does nothing. Fair enough. Okay, so that's a perfect first phase, I suppose. Minus the part where I took a hit, but it's not too bad. As usual, this is something I can pretty much skip by wiring flight. It looks like there's no way to speed this up. Like he kind of does the thing. Okay, not all of these have Shy Guys, but I need all the Shy Guys there. You might be able to speed this phase up by hitting the... well, something at least. So this is still the learning phase. I'm not too worried overall. Okay, so... okay, again, if I had all eggs, I could destroy Bowser Jr. here right away. He does give you another 3 eggs if you wait, though. Not sure if it's that effective, though, to wait. Are there Shy Guys on these things? That's my real question, basically. These things are deceptively hard to dodge, by the way. So, shoutouts to that, I guess. Alright, so for the final phase we get pencils. And it only gives me 2 eggs. So I wonder if it's more effective to get an extra egg from phase 2. Just so you could do that a bit more efficiently. Maybe not. Getting all eggs is not exactly the easiest thing to do either. The first phase would give you 5 eggs just for doing a cycle. You have to spend some eggs on the way though. Well, I don't know how tight the time limit is yet, so I guess we'll play along for now. Yeah, standing underneath that doesn't speed it up, so that is not something I can really capitalize on. Nice miss, nerd. Okay, so both of them are now 1 hit away from breaking. I wasted an egg. That is worth noting. And now I have no eggs. I would have 1 egg if I did that optimally. Okay, I think I've got how to dodge that. Now this part... At least the attack itself is pretty short. And then I can remove one of the arms entirely. I think that's probably the best option in terms of difficulty here. That might actually make it slower though. I don't want to break that while I don't have an extra egg, which I would have from the previous phase actually. That is something worth noting, that I should have an extra egg. I just don't. And that takes care of the first phase. The timer does pause there. Now next up is... well, this one. Which I remember having issues dodging stuff. So we'll see if I can improve upon the concept of dodging. Good job, me. Want to try that one again? Absolutely phenomenal. That fireball is way too big, by the way. So shout out to that. I haven't seen the meteor yet. But I think it's gonna pop up later on into the fight. I did totally kind of forget. Well, there's those meteors, I guess. Wonder how you're supposed to make that work. Can you get more than one hammer in preparation? Also, I think I originally riffed on this fight for being, once again... Oh, by the way, Bowser Jr. is giant and in the background. But, to be fair, because that's what I am, a very fair person, it is, if nothing else, you don't throw eggs at him for being giant. Okay, so now comes the meteors. This is not a hammer, but we'll see. No, it counts as a hammer as well. Wait, he dodged? Huh. Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, so that is a time-saving mechanic. Kinda. Maybe. Because you get to keep the thing. That's fair. This, on the other hand, is garbage. And I hate it. Am I gonna make it in time even? Barely. Okay, so that obviously took entirely too long. It has never even seen no hits. But now I have a strategy for this. Also, I want to see if I get credits again, because I'd rather not. Probably not, since it specifies as boss challenge. No, you don't get credits again. Good. Okay, so I think I see what I'm supposed to do to make this faster. I'm not entirely sure on every part yet, but I have some ideas. Oh wow. I've been doing it like an idiot this entire time. You can't just time it properly there and have more than enough time. Never mind, it's pretty easy. Okay. Now that I know that, it's time to put this into play. Probably should have shot the hammer before starting to collect the eggs to save just a bit of time. But I don't think it's gonna matter, so... Whoops. Like, it's not that big of a time save there, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Okay, perfect. Alright. Under 2 minutes for the first phase. That is as good as it's ever gonna get. Alright. Now I just need to do this, preferably without taking a hit. But that's not a priority of mine. I mean, if I do this perfectly correctly and waste no time, there's no way I'm gonna take damage, right? Oh fuck, I've made a terrible mistake already. That wastes maybe 5 seconds. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, I'm a bit worried, but I should have way more than enough time to get this done. Because there's like 20 seconds at least in the final phase. But what I'm more worried about there is just generally having to take the time, and I did the same thing again. Good. Yeah. For a moment I thought I had taken damage, but no, I hadn't. Alright, jump over here. Get mashed. And get mashed again. Okay. Just gonna take it slow. There, it should be over. As long as I get this in time. Yeah. It wasn't a perfect run, but 7 seconds left. Nice. Slightly longer than I would have liked. You can probably shave at least 10 seconds off of that. And I did it without taking damage as well. Boom, 396 flowers. That's every flower you can get before the secret levels. Ugh. I honestly expected when I started this that this would take like 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now and tomorrow I'll record the rest. Hopefully tomorrow.